got a lot of stuff to work on, but that's part of, recognizing that being the champion is not a good enough quality. I was 2012 Olympic champ, is 2013. So I haven't done anything lately. I still got a lot to work on.
As an Olympic champ, you know very much what Olympics mean to wrestlers. Can you talk a little more about that?
Yeah, it's huge. It's the dreams and aspirations of millions of kids across the country. So immediately after the Olympics, I spent time giving speeches, clinics, just showing kids my gold medal. Is the only thing tangible for the Olympics for them. So for me to not have the opportunity to watch those kids grow and have the same dreams I had as a kid, it's kind of disheartening.
He won that first period. What's your thoughts as you go back to the corner there?
Win the next one. It was tough, but I pride myself on my mental toughness. So even though I was tired, I knew he was tired as well. I just wanted to go out there and just kind of push the pace. A lot of people came out to watch me compete, and even though I didn't wrestle as well as I hope, I still got a couple takedowns.
Hey JB, so we've talked about Beat the Streets programs before and how important it is to you.
Of course.
Talk a little bit about that again right now, how the development of these young men and women, in the inner cities, how important is it that they have the opportunity to wrestle?
Oh, it's extremely important, man. I just can't stress it enough. I grew up in kind of a little bit of a suburb of the inner city, but it was tough for me because all my friends wanted to play basketball and football. Wrestling's really not the cool thing to do growing up as a kid, but I think it teaches a lot of characteristics that are important to develop as a young man and a young woman as well. A lot of women wrestling as well, so I think it's extremely important. You can put a gym anywhere. There's only so much space for football fields and basketball courts in the inner city. You can put a a wrestling mat anywhere. So all you need is a pair of shoes. You don't even need shoes. You can wrestle in sneakers or socks. So it's really a cheap sport and it's fun. It teaches a lot of discipline.
After everything the sport's gone through the last few months, how nice is it to be in an environment like this where the vibe is just, such a good
It's
wrestling
awesome.
vibe?
We usually wrestle overseas, so I wrestled in Belarus this year, wrestled in Iran this year, so to have Americans here cheering for us, be on my home soil, got my family and my fiance out in the crowd, it's amazing, awesome.
What actually happened with your tooth? What was
He front headlocked me and he had his wrist on like my right around my molars. I had a feeling in this tooth and it's somewhere out there on the mat.
Was that the end of the second? I saw him squeezing really hard.
He squeezed really hard.
Yeah.
Cracked it. I think it was like in my mouth. I just spit it out.
You kidding me?
A piece of it's in this bag right here.
I'm gonna put it on eBay.
It's gone. I got it.
So the referee who referees the
Started
match
at $99.
is a dentist.
Oh really?
Yeah, he's Dr. Avi Shumi. So
oh man, we might have to go get an emergency root canal.
Yeah, he'll take care of you.
I'm sure that's what you're planning on doing here.
Talk about the uniqueness of the venue and how unique it is, and then you wrestled in Times Square last year.
It's awesome. I feel like we could take those mats up and have a wedding ceremony out there, or a wedding reception. It's a beautiful place. Grand Central Station is a historic venue. New York City is a historic city. I think it's an awesome place to hold a wrestling tournament, especially with a lot of people that are casual fans here. They might have never seen wrestling before, but hopefully we gave them some excitement and they want to come back for more.
Can you contrast that with like some of the, maybe dirtiest or off the road places that you've had to wrestle?
Oh yeah, I've wrestled in some bad places. I don't want to name any names or anything, but I wrestled in some bad places, some bad venues, dirty mats, dirty facilities. But to be home, I'm from New Jersey originally, back on the East Coast, close to home. Families out there, beautiful venue, a lot of fans, a lot of media. It doesn't beat this, can't beat it.
What does it mean that wrestling is bringing together all these different nations?
Oh, it's cool. I think wrestling is one of the few sports that transcends all politics, and it's cool to be out there and be opponents on the mat, but when we step off the mat, we just have a mutual respect for each other. It's because we know the commitments and sacrifice each other has made to reach that level of success. So for me, it's easy to be friends with a guy off the mat. He just knows that when we go out there and wrestle, I'm gonna double leg him as many times. He's gonna knock my teeth out, but when we get off the mat, we're gonna be friends.
Jordan, how does a night like tonight help change the mind of some of the IOC committee members who are going to be voting final?
Hopefully they see that it's an interesting sport. People actually come out. We get a lot of media response. We don't get a lot of notoriety, but this effort right here is just try to build the sport and grow it, get it to a broader audience. Hopefully that helps. Some households that have NBC Sports may have just been flipping through channels like, oh, what's this? Let's check it out. Man, this is cool. Let's watch it next time.
Awesome, man.
Thank you.
We'll see you in LA.
No doubt.
Thanks,
See you guys.
Gentlemen, I've got national